Hello there, my beautiful Cancerian energies. Welcome back to my Tarot Nook. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope life has been treating you well and everything is going wonderful and amazing for you. So, for this reading, we're going to tap in and see what's going on with you and what energies are around you for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. I sincerely appreciate everyone's patience. Past couple of weeks, I've been busy with appointments, but I have time, so as soon as I'm done with this reading, I'm going to start a new batch and get it launched out, and hopefully you'll enjoy that one that's coming up, okay? Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so somebody's not giving up on you, or somebody's not giving up on a situation that's really important, that's connected to you somehow. Alright, somebody here is fighting for your love, Cancer. Somebody's not stepping back, okay? Somebody regrets being careless. There's an attitude right now where it's whatever, you don't care anymore. Some of you might be feeling like you're not playing, the game. Somebody's feeling like, they're not playing their cards right. You might be thinking something here is just kind of just lacking attention, but it's actually quite the opposite. You're worth the fight. But there's a phase right now, there's just a lot of uncertainties. I feel like for somebody, it has to really connect with the heart. For them, it's like it feels like the fight is totally worth it, and they will go to certain levels to just ensure that they can like at least let you know or prove that to you somehow, okay? But there's some, some of you are carrying some heavy burdens here. Some of you might be thinking, there's just connection could be a little unhealthy right now, and you're clinging to something that might not be good for you. All right, but we are letting go of the old here, okay? Honor the cycle that you're in so that you're able to process it and kind of close out any kind of completions and accept them, so you can like make room for something new. But also in terms of karma, like what goes around comes around in general. So if there's somebody here trying to play games with you, karma is going to have its own like rules here soon. Some of you here, I feel like there's a lot of energies around you that have different or contradicting beliefs than yours. But you're on a spiritual path for a lot of you, so there's like a lot of spiritual lessons. But you're around company that has different spiritual beliefs. But I think for a lot of you, it does not matter because love is what matters the most. So you're putting that difference aside. It's not like it doesn't matter, like it's not respected. But like in some energies, in some cultures, for example, like you may not be allowed to, or the other person may not be allowed to kind of be in a relationship with the other person for religious reasons. And for a lot of you, you and this person come from different religions, it feels like, but you're on such a spiritual path and a lesson that you're actually um, it's not stopping the energy that's wanting to happen between the two of you, okay? But it could need some work. All right, we do have outside influences here. I feel like somebody here could be talking about you, somebody that could be jealous of your energy. You could be around a two-faced energy, somebody here that's really kind of trying to sabotage something for you. There is an energy here that still does listen to other people for some reason, and for some of you, it's just it's not something that it's not a fight that you're wanting to fight, but it kind of frustrates you, but you're above that, okay? And we have a return here. The past is returning. There's a coming together and returning home. So I feel like there's an energy again, whatever differences and whatever issues are, you're worth fighting for. So be prepared for a return here for a lot of you, okay? And we have best friends first, okay? So some of you are gonna want to keep it casual. Where is it here? Not playing your cards right. You're not gonna be playing the game either, like I was saying, and you're not gonna be like clinging on unhealthy habits. So for a lot of you, you're gonna keep something very casual, even though the return may be dashing and in the most amazing way, and healing and perfect. You're still going to be kind of slowly kind of getting into something here. Yeah, the proper offering, there's an offer that's going to come through, and it's going to have to be done in a very correct and proper way. But someone wants to have something to offer, so there's a strong offer of some sort. I feel like it's the offer to accept a return and start like as friends or something, or they will be willing to accept your offer of friendship to see where things go. But there's something here that's wanting to kind of fight for you, fight for your time, fight for your love or attention here, fight for your whoever. Like you're wanted in that sense. Oh, let's get that out. Okay, so somebody's watching you. I told you there's somebody here, two-faced person, like somebody's trying to cause some drama. I feel like there's just somebody that's really just very jealous of your energy, very jealous of your charisma. All right, I feel like somebody here may want, this could be also be a person that wants to fight for you, but they want to come back. All right, they're very in a very jealous place, okay? For a lot of you here, you're going to be getting some answers and clarity soon. Some of you could be in a place where expansion is taking place, the spiritual lessons are coming through. You know, if you've had time apart from this energy, you know, it just feels like the return as friendship. But you know, for a lot of you, you'd feel like it will just be a continuation of your spiritual journey together to some degree. All right, so we have multiple energies around you anyway, all around. But you know, justice will be served. So again, karma in terms of whoever's trying to sabotage or kind of affect your life path right now, or kind of, you know, there. And also justice is blind, so it's not like you need to serve it upon anyone or even wish it. But for some of you, it's not like you're wishing ill will, but to some degree or another, justice will also be served in your favor. So it doesn't have to be like a negative to hurt somebody, but you could receive, you could, you know, things could materialize for you out of nowhere in a way where if it was being restricted, taken away, or you're being punished, you know, you'll have it times 10, and that's a form of justice, because you're very, you know, you're gonna have answers, you're gonna have solutions, you're gonna have understanding here of where you want to go. All right, but you're around somebody here that's, again, a very envious energy. Okay, somebody that's literally clueless, trying to talk smack, gossip about you or something. I feel like for a lot of you, it's just you know, you're not playing the game. You're not playing the game with them at all. So you're not going in there. All right, so hey, you're hired. Okay, so hey, qualifications are coming through. You know, you're qualified to do whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, but you're also qualified to, I feel like, you know, to some degree spiritually evolve some more and grow. I feel like you're hired in the sense that, you know, in whichever venture you get yourself into here soon, financial, that's going to bring financial stability, structure, whatever you're looking for, you're going to be the right person for that job too. Okay, and look, we have pray, Holy Bible, and Christianity. So I feel like, again, this could be some type of confirmation that there could be a spiritual religious journey that's taking place here between you and a certain energy. I'm not saying it's going to present issues, problems, or conflicts, but there's just differences. For a lot of others of you, it just has nothing to do with the Bible or Christianity. I feel like the bigger message in that sense would be praying. However, you know, in Christianity and with the Holy Bible, it's just really connecting you with the source. And you take that as you wish to. You know, if you're not into religion, that's absolutely fine. I understand. We are all on our own journeys right now, truly. So there's no judgment from me ever, okay? It's not like I can pretend I know the stories. I don't. I am here learning with you guys in that sense, all right? So here we go. First card out is the Emperor, okay? So we have an Aries energy for you. We also have the World card is here, all right? As well as the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Four of Pentacles, okay? And the Judgment card, all right. Speaking of not judging, the Judgment card is here. Now, I'm just kidding. We also have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Death card in reverse, with the Judgment card in reverse, as well as the Nine of Pentacles. All right. All right, hopefully it's not too crooked. All right, here we go. So, let's start with the Nine of Pentacles as overall vibes here. I feel like, you know, you're in a place where you're appreciating like things that are kind of peaceful, or more like putting in a solitude based vibe. You know, you're thinking about things, you're thinking about like all the challenges that you've been going through and what you're wanting to kind of achieve next. I feel like there's just a certain of spiritual journey also that's taking place for like self-discovery and self-love that's coming in very powerful for you. You know, you are in a place where you're enjoying a sense of independence at this time. I'm not sure if you're in a connection, or if you recently, we'll see here, if you recently kind of split off from somebody. But I feel like, you know, you're in a place where you're kind of enjoying your independence. You're not needing other people or anybody specific to feel complete. You're not in a place where, you know, you're allowing like those negative elements to kind of take charge over you right now. But I also feel like, you know, there's a place where you're nurturing your own interests right now. Even if you were in a connection, you're really more focused about like your overall like well-being itself. I feel like, you know, this is a good card. This is a good positive card, but essentially here, there's something here because it's Virgo connected. You know, it's putting you in a place where you're feeling a little, either you're isolating intentionally, or you're just kind of naturally kind of like, you know, separating a little bit. Some of you could also feel like a sense of neglect by your person here, the person you care about. I do feel like, you're putting some time and effort into your job. Like there's a lot of financial, like, stability or at least security here, but you're a hard worker. You're coming through as a very hard worker, Cancer. So it's just coming through just to kind of invest in yourself. Because, since you have financial security, or at least, you're financially, comfortable place, invest in yourself and in your well-being equally. It's going to be like really important. Okay, so with the Emperor card here, I feel like, again, there's a sense of strong like influence around you at this time or in your relationship. I feel like you could be with somebody that has like very, like we were talking about earlier, like traditional values. This is an Aries card, by the way. Somebody here, again, it's just there's a lot of traditional elements coming through quite a bit. And so it feels like, there's like roles in the relationship, something's being clearly defined. Somebody's kind of holding the position of authority, so to speak, okay? But here I feel like, again, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor, some of you here are just kind of in a place where, you might need to kind of have your own, like, take control of your own self here and like kind of reset some bound, like set up some boundaries or something like that, okay? Again, you're coming in through very strong financially, overall, if you're embodying Aries in your rising. You're coming in as, again, financially supported, in a good place. But, I feel like the message, again, we were talking here about like investing in your own self here, be good to yourself. But also here, it's also investing in your own like happiness, in your own stability. So plan for things that get you there because you have the financial means, or the smarts or the investments or the job. You're in a very, stable sense in that place. But, just be, very conservative, for a lot of you, especially if you're dealing with a situation where you might have to like kind of be on your own for like for a certain period of time, whether it's because of a job or if you're like moving out or something like that. Um, so I feel like for a lot of you, this card here kind of comes through a little bit with the Nine of the Emperor comes through with the Nine of Pentacles, a little bit kind of like a power struggle, control issues going on in your relationship as well. So this could be like a point of tension where like one person is seeking to put control over the other person, and put that like make that the value or the important over the value of other things that are more important. Okay, and then we have like the World card here. I feel like, with the World card and the Emperor like right next to each other, something here in the relationship, it's reaching its peak for you. And there's like a significant life change coming through. Some of you may know what that is already. Some of you, it could be just in the works right now. But if it's not put together, if it's not managed well, I feel like for a lot of you, there could be a very chaotic transition. So be very mindful of that, I guess. Especially if somebody like the partner or the other person is not ready for change, because it could be based, or related to the relationship situation here. Okay, I feel like there's something here where there's a end of a cycle where something is reached its full potential right now, but the full cycle could lead to something like it's a bigger commitment, something more meaningful. For some of you it could even be marriage. But a lot of you here, there's a sign here where, somebody's ready to fulfill something in a partnership. So equally, that could mean for me too that if that fulfillment is not there, I feel like, you could be thinking, well, maybe I should kind of reset myself for a little bit for some of you. Now, in terms of like a spiritual place, this is a great card to have, by the way. I feel like for a lot of you here, there's a sense of completion. Again, a graduation. Light bulb moment is coming through. You're dealing with energies that are not like mindful for you. You're in a place where if you literally like pray and meditate and manifest things, you will be able to materialize them. Okay, so there's a lot of success here taking place for you in that sense. I also feel like for a lot of you here, you're kind of, embracing things, from as a student teacher, like you're accepting that, you're learning from your experience and the world here is your teacher and you're the student, but you're embodying that. You're like actually valuing that quite a bit. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like for a lot of you, the Ten of Pentacles, it just feels like something, again, feels like it's lacking like fulfillment when it comes to a couple or like a connection. And I also feel like for some of you, you might also not be feeling like fulfilled like at your job or on the people that are currently around you. And it's not like, it's a bad thing. It's just that with the World card and the Ten of Pentacles, it's closing out cycles and completing something here. Like you would know what those things are, of course, use your discernment, but there's something here completing. So because of that, it just feels like, things are just kind of being realigned to kind of have like a new beginning. Okay, now overall though, with the Ten of Pentacles, I do feel like, you know, there's an indication and there's potential to have a very strong, stable long-term relationship. I feel like there's a possibility again, to have some like a deeper, something deeper, more meaningful taking place, that could lead to a marriage of some sort, or like a proposal to have it's going to lead to significant commitment. Okay, but we're dealing with a very kind of logical, also kind of very strict personality, and I feel like culture could probably play a big role here for that. All right, so let's go ahead and move forward. We have the Four of Pentacles here, you guys. I feel like, again, with the World card and the Ten of Pentacles, having this card, it just feels like there's a sudden shift that's going to be taking place, and the Four of Pentacles is going to go right back into being possessive, hanging on, wanting things to be packed a certain way, structured a certain way, done a certain way, thought of a certain way, and it's kind of getting a little kind of boring. I feel like for a lot of you here, this is more of a, you know, somebody that's just, you know, they're very, very disciplined and they just kind of cannot break from those habits. Capricorn energy is coming through a little bit for that. But I feel like, you know, could also be a warning against somebody that's too controlling or materialistic when it comes to love. And being right underneath the Emperor card, it's coming in very, very strong, that we are dealing with a very controlling energy, very possessive energy, and energy that wants things done their way. And that, I don't think that that's probably healthy, but, you know, it is what it is, right? You know, I feel like for a lot of you, somebody's again holding on to kind of material possessions, but it also comes across as somebody is always bringing up the past, like past mistakes, like somebody doesn't move on. Somebody again is very in a negative space, often it comes across, or they use negative manipulation to kind of, I don't know, put a damper on things for no reason. So I feel like here, you know, it's just a matter of like learning how to like trust, I guess, is really important for this connection. But I feel like, you know, otherwise, you know, the whole kind of being controlling and holding on to things is gonna hinder growth, and it feels like it's kind of being demonstrated like that. All right, there's just like a lot of control issues in this reading, like the Emperor, like I said, with the Four of total control in relationships here. I feel like one person is just being very possessive and dominant, and taking like away from the other person's independence. Okay, also, you know, we are looking here, we have the Knight of Pentacles with the Death card. Both of these cards here, I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, you know, we're looking at things, especially because it's in the reverse coming from the Four of Pentacles, there's an intensity, okay, and stagnation in this relationship. So there's an intense theme of stagnation. So it feels like power, 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 control, 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 submission, submission. So, okay, all right, well, now I'm going to back up and I'm just going to keep things where they were, and I don't need to advance anything. I made my point. And so very kind of dominating kind of energy comes through here for some reason. All right, and it could just put things in very like a place that's lacking constant progress. All right, and if stagnation, you're going to feel stuck unnecessarily here. All right, and I also think like for a lot of you with the Knight of Pentacles reverse specifically, there's a delay here in not just progress, but there could be this could hamper like your spiritual journey here. You know, for a lot of you, it could put you in a place where you're lacking motivation, feeling like, you know, you're just kind of sinking back a little bit. So it's just kind of get yourself back on track to kind of rekindle your like spiritual fire, so to speak, and be very positive towards yourself. All right, so the Death card in the reverse, again, resistance here is taking place. Somebody's resisting to spiritually transform with you. Somebody's resisting spiritual growth with you here. And I feel like there's just a lot of fear that kind of comes with that for whatever reason. All right, but for a lot of you, this is a sign for you specifically to embrace change and to embrace things for what they are for your own benefit, and don't allow yourself to cling on to outdated spiritual practices, or like with the Four of Pentacles, hang on to like, you know, negative habits or patterns or something like that. Like release yourself from the energy that's limiting you. Other things could be like a work in progress, but it just feels like, you know, this person is just like constantly going to kind of play like there's like things are always in a evaluating status for like unnecessary reasons. It kind of like really just takes things off course. Okay, there's this resistance to transform the relationship and the connection with you and this energy that keeps coming up. Okay, so just kind of have that in mind, I guess. You know, the I was gonna say the Knight of Pentacles specifically with the the death card, because they're both here showing up in reverse, I feel like there's just there's a sense of feeling unfulfilled for you, okay? And like I said, like, you know, you'll have your karma, you'll have the justice, things will work out for you and everything, but you know, you're kind of feeling anchored, or somebody's trying to hold you back unnecessarily, all right, while they're trying to avoid change, while they're keeping things stagnated, while they're freaking keeping things, you know, in like control mode, control issues. All right, but isolation is showing up here, you guys. Isolation with the Nine of Pentacles. All right, I feel like there's a lot of it, like we were talking about, that withdrawal that's coming through. So for a lot of you here, I feel like there's a sense here with the World and the Ten of Pentacles. There's enough to get things to a perfect state for you anyway on your own, okay? So there could be some pressures on the relationship to have things to be perfect. Somebody's putting all these perfect expectations on you, but I feel like, you know, that joke is on them, because it's a very unrealistic set of expectations, and it's leading to constant disappointment and stress for you, because nothing is being achieved in your favor. And I feel like you're dealing with just somebody that's very, very troubled when it kind of comes to that, okay? With the Judgment card, you know, this card showing up in a little reverse, I feel like there's issues with self-worth for some of you, or, you know, this person, I feel like this person just does not know how to value the connection that they have with you. And I feel like this is, there's a lot of unresolved past issues are affecting the current relationship. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is about learning from the past, okay? So that you can able to improve your future ones, or the future opportunity that if you might want it with this person. But I feel like in terms of like the spiritual journey, you know, it's important to face, don't be reluctant not to face your spiritual truths, okay? And don't judge your spiritual character, your spiritual journey. Just accept the truths as they are, so that you can allow yourself and give yourself permission to kind of, you know, like improve on your own path, okay? Because I feel like, you know, reflecting is going to be the most important part, because that's where you're going to realize that their lesson can come from the reflection. But you know, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I feel like that's just a really important message when I'm looking at the Judgment card in the reverse, okay? I feel like, you know, the biggest thing here, the Judgment card in the reverse with the Emperor, when, you know, coming to control with the Death card, avoidance of change, you know, there is something here that's bigger than you, or bigger than what you can do to fix it or change it. All right, there could just be a lot of unresolved issues like we're talking about, and it's just leading to cycles of the same problem for a lot of you, okay? All right, so let's pull some oracle messages meant for you to your person, or from your person towards you, especially if these are unspoken thoughts and feelings towards one another. All right, I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. I was wrong to take out my frustration on you. Okay, we also have, I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before, I do now. We also have, I've awakened to our connection. I know we have a timeless bond between us. And a few hidden truths for you here, my beautiful Cancer. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for your support. Let me know, of course, in the comments how you're doing. The timing just was not right for you guys, okay? I regret lying to you. And we also have, we both know I am not the one for you. How interesting. All right, and let's get some angel answers out for my beautiful Cancerian energies. Any answers you'd like, any questions you'd like answers to, we have a year from now for some of you. We also have a no. And we also have, there's something better. All right. And lastly, self-love, self-healing message for my beautiful, beautiful Cancerian energies. Your message, your word is vulnerability. If you'd like to type that in the comments, let me know you stayed with me till the end. Sincerely appreciate you for that. And your message is, showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.